I really wanted to give y'all a face to camera sit down video to kind of provide some context before I went straight into the divorce content. But my life just does not allow for me to set up a full setup and talk face to cam directly right now. I really just want to get this content out while it is so heavy on my spirit to get it out. I want to get it out now. So in the next clip, this current clip that you're watching is irrelevant. Basically, I gave birth to baby number 3 in the middle of the pandemic. I took 3 months off from my business and I started to go viral on TikTok. Shortly after going viral on TikTok, I started to go viral on Reels. And so although I have been building my business for many years up until that point, going viral just gave me the visibility to really allow my business to take off. Also at that time, a lot of people were interested in courses and business coaching. And so 2020 was my first 6-figure year in business. And so I took those 3 months off after having my 3rd baby, who turned 6 today, y'all. At the time of this recording of this vlog, that baby is 6 now. And if you hadn't watched her birth story, definitely go back. That was the last vlog on my channel before we took our break. But I gave birth to baby number 3 in the backseat of my Hyundai Elantra. That was crazy. And so after giving birth to her, after having an explosive year in business, I had the opportunity to take a speaking engagement at an event called Black Equity that was happening in Miami, Florida. And so I went to that event and something just clicked. There were so many couples there that were working through business and talking through what it means to build generational wealth together. And I had asked my partner to be there and they just weren't there. And so I was just in this space where I was reminded of the vision that I had for my life was possible, and it was possible to do with somebody who was on the same page. And I just couldn't shake that feeling when I got back home. And so I had already been in therapy for, at least a year or 2 by that time. And I just came to a realization and realized that I couldn't do it anymore. And so that conference happened in June. In July, I told my partner that I would be filing for divorce, and it would take me from July all the way to December to actually sit down and fill out the paperwork and build up the courage to actually file. So although we had the conversation in July, we separated and that person moved out shortly after that, I did not officially file for divorce until December of 2022. And so that is where the story picks up. So I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog and bear with me as I navigate sharing all of this. It is 3:42 in the morning and I just finally finished my divorce paperwork after 3 to 4 months of trying to get this done. Okay, I'm at the bank to get everything notarized, hopefully for free, because of the courthouse to get it notarized. I think it's like $10 per page. This is over 170 pages of documents that I did all by myself. So hopefully it gets accepted and we can get this party rolling. Hopefully they can notarize this here at the bank for free. Got my handy dandy folder. Let's go see. When I got to the bank, originally they agreed to notarize the forms, but once she saw that it was marriage documents and that we had a shared account, even though there was $0 in said shared account, they would not notarize the forms without the other party present, it didn't make sense. It was not a part of their policy, but it was just one of those things that every step along the way, there were so many obstacles and challenges to just getting the paperwork filed that I almost just was like, forget it. I will stay and I will figure out how to stay and I will do this later when my kids are grown. But it was such a heavy burden and spiritual burden on top of a physical, mental, emotional burden that I had to figure out how to get it done. So I pushed through this day. I've made it to the courthouse. It's crazy. And y'all, I don't know how to parallel park anymore. When I used to work downtown, I used to have to parallel park all the time. I'm sure my car's sticking out in the street, but I ain't moving it because I don't know how to do it. And I'm in a rush. So let's go do this. Let's go be a grown-up. Just had to go upstairs and make copies of everything. 10 cents per page for over 200 pages of documents, and I had to make double copies. So funny. I'm officially filed for divorce. I'm about to be free for real. I mean, besides these kids, but you know, the hardest part is done. The paperwork part was the hardest part. And I definitely spent about $600 between parking and filing and copies and notaries and all of the things. It was definitely 100% easier getting married than it was getting divorced. The marriage license is literally like, I want to say it's like $100. You walk in and it's done within like 30 minutes. This was months of work, hundreds and hundreds of paperwork to fill out. Stressing. It is 3:40. The sheriff office closes at 4 o'clock. The man told me on the phone 5 o'clock, but the website says 4. So I have 10 minutes to get there. I just had to stop at Publix to get a money order. In Jesus' name, we gonna make it in Jesus' name. Just exciting and not excited at the same time. We gonna make it. We gonna make it, y'all. We gonna make it, y'all. In Jesus' name. I made it on time. Where did I park? Paperwork. It's at the sheriff's office. Done. I don't even know how I feel yet. I don't know how I feel. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. Literally, my hands are shaking. I'm done. I mean, this is just the start of the process. But like I did it. I chose me. I chose my babies. I'm done.
Face that for you, I lost my head. Face that is cool, we go again. Can't let these heartless broken boys win. I'm back, I'm on my shit again. Back to business, caught my fuel again. You out so I can let me back in. Now I'm in my ride. Kiss me, myself in time. That's what.
Looking back at this clip, I actually can see how disassociated I was and like disconnected. It's so interesting to watch these things back because I remember having to have like a impromptu emergency session with my therapist after because I felt like I had made a mistake. But there was this immense peace that I had as well. So it was a very confusing time. And that's kind of a lot of the reason I wanted to share this is because I know there are women who are navigating this process right now. And you like the emotional part of it is so hard when you have this image in your mind of what your life is going to be and you've planned your whole future with a person. So there's grief, there's anger, there's resentment, there's feelings of betrayal depending on what led to the process.
How could you turn? How could you switch it up on me? Yeah. Switch it up on me. Yeah. So it's been happening all over myself. I got too attached, now I'm working on my health. Wanna be a savage, just thinking about yourself. I had to attack, had to leave you on the shelf. Well, my bad for putting my all in. Don't give me back what you stolen. How you acting, it's embarrassing.
It was New Year's Eve, and even though my life felt like it was falling apart and starting over all at once, I posted my 2022 recap and called it a night.
Can't help feeling we could have had it